think we're good to go here. Let's see. Let me just test this out real quick. Just making sure we're all good here. I think we're good to go here. Let's see. Yeah, okay. I think we are good to go here. I'm gonna give everyone just a moment or two to join. But if anyone's here in the chat, I see Komodo. What's up, man? I think a few other people just look like they tuned in. Jake, what's going on, man? Yeah, I'm gonna be giving everyone just a couple of moments here, but as usual, if anything looks off or sounds off, audio wise, video wise, definitely let me know. I'm just gonna post this on Instagram and let everyone know that we're live here. Give me one sec. But yo, what's everyone been up to recently? It's been a couple of weeks since we were on the live stream. I did one at the beginning of the month, and now I'm just yeah, coming back at the end of the month too. Let me just take a quick selfie here, figure out how to post this on Instagram here, and then I'm gonna get started. I'll kind of multitask here in one sec. Yeah, give me one sec here, guys. I'm just making sure that that we are good to go on Instagram here. But basically, the way that these live streams are work for anyone tuning in, for the next hour, I'm going to be reacting and reviewing to songs that you guys have made. If anyone wants to submit a song, there's all that info is in the description for you guys to submit a track. We have a couple of songs already in the queue from our viewers, from our subscribers that I want to get through. But the way I always kind of do these live streams is that if anyone is joining here in the live stream, I always like to kind of bump them to the top of the queue. So if anyone has, just submitted a song, I think I saw songs from Komodo, Jake, and the Song Chronicles, and we had a couple of other ones earlier in the day. But if anyone is watching this and they've submitted a song, just let me know in the chat there that you've submitted a song, and I'll kind of bump you to the top of the list there, because just a reward for joining the live stream. And I think it's always so cool to react to the songs while you guys are actually here and can participate in the chat. But I'm gonna get started in just a minute here. I just need to check one quick thing. I'm excited to dive in and listen to these. Give me one sec here, guys. Sorry about that. A couple of other quick things that I wanted to mention as well. First of all, if you guys haven't already, make sure you hit the subscribe button on YouTube here. Last week we posted this amazing interview that I had with a music producer by the name of Jake Angel. He does a lot of type beats on YouTube, and I got to sit down with him and talk for just about an hour, all about making music, selling music, especially the whole type beats thing, because that's what he does. But it was really cool to just hear his perspective. And one thing that I was really inspired from this interview, if you guys haven't seen it, again, I highly recommend watching it. I'll even post a link here in the chat so you guys can see it later. But this interview inspired me like crazy, because a couple of questions I asked Jake in this interview was sort of about his day-to-day life as a full-time music producer, as someone who sells beats for a living. And it was really interesting to hear his work ethic, hear his daily routines, the stuff that he does to make sure that he's very consistent online, because as we all know, with social medias and algorithms and everything, it's it's a big game of consistency. And it was really inspiring hearing his work ethic. He also is someone who I know that as music producers, a lot of the times we're just, sitting in our studio by ourselves. Sometimes it gets very isolated. And I feel like a lot of times, like producers, especially, those doing it full time, kind of forget to take care of themselves too on the more physical and mental health side of things. And it was really cool to hear his insight on, what he does, training for marathons, just taking care of himself in all aspects, and how it kind of loops back around into his music. So it was really, really inspiring to see. So if you guys haven't checked that out, again, I highly recommend watching it. And the one other thing I wanted to mention before we go live here is that on our website, which I'm pulling up, we do have a special Halloween sale where you guys can get a bunch of minutes for a big reduced rate there. So that's right on our website. All that stuff is going to be in the description here. And I'm just about to get it started in 1 sec here, guys. Just got to cross-post this on Instagram, and then we'll be good to go. Almost good. All right. Let's see here. Is that a platinum hanging on the wall behind him? Are you talking about the guitars, or wasn't sure what you were talking about on the wall behind me there? Let me just get this going here. Okay, enough of me talking. Just the last thing, again, if anything looks off, quality wise, audio wise, anything looks off, just let me know so I can fix that. But let's dive into these reviews here. I wanted to start with let's start with Komodo's here. I saw he was in this. I had a few from the day, but as always, I want to bump you guys to the top of the list here. So I remember one of the previous live streams, we heard one song by Komodo here, and this one is more pop thing. So let's give this a listen. Okay. Okay, I like that. Interesting. I'll pause in a second, give kind of my thoughts into this, because I like this. Okay, I like this a lot. It's actually kind of a really interesting track. There are a few things that kind of stand out to me right away. The overall mix, I think, is mixed really well. All the drum sounds in the bass and the synth elements sound really clean. Hopefully that's kind of like at least translating through YouTube and in the live stream. I'm listening on some studio monitors, so I hear everything, and it sounds really, really good mixed. There's this bell melody in the background that my ears keep picking up on that I really, really like. And then, of course, that kind of the name of it escapes me, but that kind of lead synth sound, kind of just the swell, the kind of Hoover sound. I really like that. It's something that I haven't heard in a lot of music in a while, but it kind of takes me back to like music from like the 2010s and stuff like that. But I like this track. It's got a lot of good elements. Okay, here's my other kind of comment on this, just a little bit into it. And I know this doesn't apply to every track out there, so please take this kind of feedback with definitely a grain of salt. But I think like I said, like a lot of the elements of the beat I really like. I like the melodies, I like the sounds, I like the mix, I like the drums, I like the sound selection. I feel like in songs like this, I think what it's kind of missing is a little bit of a foundation with chords. For example, when I think of a lot of pop beats and pop songs, I feel like the foundation of that comes down to the chord progression. You know, if you're doing a pop song, I think, you know, majority of them have 4 chords. And I always kind of view that as the foundation, the structure of the beat. You know, where you have a couple of chords, and then you have your drums, and then your bass line, and then your melodies. But I think this would sound cool if you had like a pad, or, you know, some retro style synths or something playing a chord progression, because I feel like that would just kind of contain everything a little bit, if that makes sense. Like I feel like everything is, you know, there like melodically, but I think it just has to be, like contained a little bit, like solidified a little bit. So the way that I always like, you know, go about producing my beats, and again, you know, there's of course a million ways to go about making music and songs. I always start with the chord progression, because again, I just feel like that's the foundation. And once I have that, then everything kind of fits in that container a little bit. And with this, like, I just wonder if that's kind of the missing thing, because I feel like something is missing from it. But yeah, that's just kind of my initial thoughts, is to maybe it could have used some backing chord progression. I do like all of the kind of switches between sections, kind of keeps it engaging as the track progresses. And I see what Jake says about like how it got some funk in it. There's those kind of those kind of synthetic trumpets and horns throughout it. I feel like I like the notes. I like the melody. I just don't know if it fits in with the sort of vibe of the track. You know, when I hear those bells, when I hear like the kind of retro sounding drums and the really like synthy bass, it kind of puts me in this space of like 80s style like synth pop and electronic music and synthwave. You know, anyone modern doing this, I think of like The Weeknd, for example, right? And I feel like those kind of trumpet elements are kind of too far in a different genre from that. Like, I feel like it's almost like that's, you know, funk or hip hop or boom bap, and I feel like it doesn't fit sonically with the style of music. But I do like the melodies of it. That's a cool synth there too. So like this part here with all the elements together, I feel like that almost kind of gives it a little bit more foundation, and kind of goes back to what I was talking about like the chord progression, or having more kind of structure in the track. Yeah, I really like this part. This this is a good part here. I like this. Nice. Yeah, no, like overall I think like all the elements are there. I really like it. I think like one thing that I just kind of want to emphasize again that I really liked was all the kind of the switch ups between different sections, adding more elements, taking away more elements, uh breaks, pauses, all that stuff is useful when you have a track that revolves around the same melody or the same bass line, right? Because it's not like there's too many like key changes or different melodic structures. But I think that like the perfect way to kind of avoid a track like this sounding too repetitive and keeping someone interested is just to keep adding more elements and taking them away, right? Take the listener on a journey. And I feel like that track, you really nailed it with that part. And again, mix was really good as well. I really love the mix of it too. It's really good quality. All right, this next one I'm gonna check out here is from Jake. I know we were chatting a bit on Instagram earlier about this track he submitted. And yeah, it's sorry guys, it's been a minute since I heard one of your songs, so I'm excited to hear what you've been up to. Okay. Drums kind of remind me of the same track too, the kind of like retro style drums a little bit. I'm excited to see what you do with this one. Oh, okay. Okay, I like this. Oh, okay, wow. This is interesting. Wow, okay. Pausing this a minute in, that's kind of like my usual thing with this now, just to give my thoughts in 1 minute in. I think the coolest thing about this track is that I have no idea where it's going. I don't know what's going to happen, which I'm pretty excited to hear. I feel like right now it's kind of building up to something. But yeah, I just, I thought, we were kind of going in a direction, as the previous track, kind of that 80s style pop sound, and then you had all these other elements, and yeah, I don't know, I'm just excited. I don't know where this is gonna go, but I'm excited to hear. Wow, okay. Yeah, this is neat. Wow, okay. That drop was really interesting and really unique. I think one thing that I like about it, and I think it's kind of interesting that you did this, because this is an approach that I probably wouldn't have thought of, but I like the way that you've leveled basically the drums with the bass. Like usually, like I think in a lot of songs, almost like the kick drum is louder than the bass, and I think it's cool how you have the bass like just as loud, and it's kind of cool because it puts a lot more emphasis on it. And yeah, like the sound selection is really creative. The track, the overall feel is really creative. I think you had these little like tubular bells in here that sounded a little bit quiet. I want to back it up just a little bit so I can hear that. Yeah, there's these little bells. They're a little bit quiet. And I like this, the melody kind of comes back. Ooh, that's cool. I love the reverb on the snare too. I think that's really neat. That's it. The mix is really good on this. Yeah, that's cool. That's crazy. Yeah, the basses are insane on this. I think this one might be one of my favorite tracks that I've heard from you, man. Because like, I had no idea where it was going in the beginning. It kind of completely caught me off guard a handful of times. But I think like what stands out to me is like the bass. The overall like concept of the song is just insane. It's so punchy and the bass is mixed like so good, and I love what you did with matching the bass to the kick levels. That one's crazy, man. That is a wild song. I was not expecting a lot of that. It just caught me by surprise. All right, I'm gonna check out this one here from the Sound Chronicles, Cinematic Studio Strings. For a demo track for a song called Autumn is Calling. So I always love seeing your videos like this because I am a FL Studio user myself. It's funny, after I've seen your videos and we've reviewed your songs on this channel, it's kind of inspired me in some ways to be a little bit more cinematic too. And I feel like getting to, review these tracks and also just watch your FL Studio kind of screen share here, it inspires me a lot and it kind of motivates me. I learned some new things, so I'm excited to see this one. Okay, I think it starts off a little bit quiet. I can hear it here, but just so you guys know. Oh, nice. That is good. I like this. That's really good. Wow. I'm just like I'm like basically speechless at this moment. This is an insane track, man. Man, it's hard to believe that like all of these sounds are done through FL Studio and through VSTs, because it sounds like really good the way you have everything made. Those swells are so good. This is really good, man. Wow. Okay, dude. That was insane. Like I was saying, dude, I am like speechless hearing that track, man. And again, someone who is a user of FL Studio, this like hypes me up like extra much. But man, it's just how you make these songs is absolutely incredible. It's like I feel like I don't even know like the first place to get started with a song like this. I mean, like everything is so just beautifully done, and I love about like this one, and you can visually see all of the the volume swells, right? And it kind of builds that excitement. I love what Shad said about this was like a Disney beat. Dude, like I feel that. I listen to a lot of like soundtracks throughout the day when I'm working on stuff. And man, like dude, you have such a gift for this stuff, man. Jeez, like I'm like blown away, man. It's like I feel like I can't even like critique this because this is like absolutely perfection, and it's like better than like anything I can do, or I even like know what was possible, man. Like it's just it's insane, man. I think the only thing that I would say is that in the beginning I thought that the track was a lot quieter than it was. I don't know. Because yeah, that kind of caught me off guard a little bit, like hearing the track so quiet in the beginning. I thought it was all gonna kind of be quiet. Like I knew that there would be more intensive sections and quieter sections, but I feel like the volume changed a little bit too much from like really really quiet to really really loud. Once it like got loud, and then like I feel like all the different sections, like everything from there made sense. But I think like the really really soft intro kind of caught me off guard. Yeah, like it's it's beautiful. It's a little quiet. I feel like there's so many good things in the intro though. It's almost like I want to hear it a little bit more in the beginning, right? And then like, yeah, have it a little bit louder. Obviously, not like crazy, but like have it a little bit louder, loop people in, and then make it like grow into even, the bigger sections. Because it just caught me off guard. Yeah, I'm blown away, man. This is so beautifully done, man. I think I've said this before when listening to your tracks, but like, I feel like the to make a song like this, you really need to know like all aspects of like an orchestra in a whole different section, right? Like you have specific parts here for like the flute, the bass, the cello, the violins, etc. And everything has its time and place and notes, and then even more specifically the volume levels and the swells. Like it's a very articulate track, and I know it's a very like precise process that you have with these, and to me, it's inspiring to see that, but it also like pays off like listening to the track. Man, this is good stuff. I think I said this before, dude, but you have like, I feel like you have so much potential to do the most amazing things, man, because I think I've seen so many like videos like on YouTube, showing orchestra type stuff, not like recently but years and years ago, and I feel like no one made stuff as good as this. Man, I would say just like keep doing what you're doing. Like this stuff is really, really good. And I don't know how into like content creation and making YouTube videos. I saw you have this YouTube video, this kind of tutorial about ample guitars. I feel like I would like explore like the kind of content creation realm a little bit. I saw this YouTube channel earlier and I just want to look it up and see if I can find it. Yeah, okay. I wonder, this is just kind of like crazy idea, and I know I'm kind of going off range. I saw this YouTube channel earlier, Synthet. I his videos get tons of views. I always see them like recommended to me, and they're really good stuff. He just kind of does these like FL Studio screen shares, and he kind of edits them in a really cool way, and give out like tips and stuff like that throughout his videos.
Take a look.
He's a great producer, but he's a really good like content creator. And I feel like you have such a like gift with your music. I just kind of like thinking like, how can more people hear this stuff, right? I know for me, like, since I'm an FL Studio user, I'm like just wondering like, how the heck do you make like stuff like this? And I feel like tutorials about that would be like a really cool technique to like get people subscribe to your channel, hear more about you, learn more stuff about you, because like I said, this is like absolute perfection of a track. Like it's produced so well, and I always feel like I want so many more people to hear this, because you will like blow up, man. Like, so yeah, I don't know. You should check out like this guy's channel. I'm not saying that like you have to make content creation, but like I always see this guy like recommended to me on YouTube, and they get crazy amounts of views. And yeah, I don't know. I just feel like you could do something kind of similar, or kind of showcase off the music more, and then that would get people listening to your stuff. But regardless, man, always love hearing your stuff. Gonna check out this one here from Shad. So let's check this out. New jazz, 2000s R&B type beat. I'm excited. I've been listening to a lot of new jazz type beats on YouTube. They've been popping up kind of on both my Instagram and my YouTube recently. So I'm excited to hear this one.
Yeah, that sounds good. Okay, I'll see you then. Bye. Dad.
Ooh, nice. Ooh, okay. I like this. I don't know if you guys can hear it. Again, I never know what the how good it translates through um my streaming software. I do hear it in my speakers though. You have this 808, this distorted bass, which I know is like really kind of trendy with these new jazz beats, and it's kind of cool to hear like just this hear that that distorted bass that you have, because it's very modern, and then also that going with the 2000s R&B. So it's like these two different decades kind of merging together, which I think is really kind of cool. If anything, I would make it like that 808 like a little bit more like, if you truly wanted to like blend like the new jazz and 2000s R&B together, I would say like make that distorted 808 like a little bit louder, just because then you have something that's like really modern, in your face, really noticeable with like the 2000s vibe. But I hear it there, and I do like it.
Dad.
Yeah, great sound selection. Solid track, man. Love the melodies. Yeah, I like it. I also too like I like how you can kind of clearly hear like where the verse is, the bass, the pre-chorus is, um, which I think is super helpful for anyone like writing to this. And then back to the chorus. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, no, that's a solid solid track, man. You nailed it on the 2000s vibe for sure. The kind of sine wave melody, the strings, the all the bongos and percussive elements. You nailed it. I think like the only thing like the only again idea I had, if it truly wanted to be a more of a blend between new jazz and 2000s R&B, would be, I felt like it was more leaning on the 2000s R&B side of things, and not a whole lot of the new jazz sounds. With like, I heard the 808 there, but it was kind of in the background a little bit. But yeah, that's just me being like having crazy ideas. It's still a solid track, and again, elements are there, song structure is there, and I really love the way it's produced. The solid track, man. I really enjoyed it. All right, I wanted to check out this one here. I know this one is from, let me get this up here. Okay, so we had this track that we listened to in the last live stream by Evil Holic, and I remember it was kind of an interesting track. It was kind of, I don't know. I guess I just let this one speak for itself here.
I don't know how to do magic. Do you know how to do magic? The cars I like go fast and quick. Who would ever thought I could rock like this? I got water in my cup, this ain't no Sierra Mist. I'm not a kid, tricks are for kids. If you got talent, you can rock like this. If you gon' fist, pump ball up your fist. I don't want the fame, I just wanna be rich. I gotta use my brain, but that's just not it. If you had just one wish, let me ask you something, what would you wish for? The music I make come from the core. I like to work out and do music when I'm bored. What can I say, a whore gon' be a whore. All black on me just like a boar. Man, you know a boar is a mammal. I picture me in Dubai riding camos. Can you picture a Bentley sitting on 24s? The Bentley I'm talking about got 4 doors. A lot of victims that was here, they not here no more. You already know what they mean they long gone. People hold it on and control all his songs. With my rock ability, I can make rock songs. Me and the woman, I need gon' rock and roll all night long. I'm talking about we.
Okay, what I love about this one is the blending of, you know, the two different genres, right? It's this kind of rock, I guess a couple of different genres. It's this, you know, rock foundation with a lot of these pop and hyper pop elements, and then you have this rapping style that's you know, like a modern flow of rapping, right? And I like you blending all these things together. I feel like my like suggestion for like the vocals would be like, I feel like on their own they sound like a little bit like dry, like there's not much going on with them. I would be interested to hear a song of yours with like ad libs and reverb and vocal effects. I feel like you could even do like a telephone or like a, you know, old radio vocal effect in certain parts with this, and kind of lean into that rock slash, you know, like grunge feel, right? But yeah, I'd say just like I feel like, you know, the wordplay, the lyrics, and the concept of the song is all very creative, which I really like. And then yeah, I would just like that kind of like translated a bit with the vocals as well.
We gon' rock until the break of dawn. The woman I need, I'ma give her a lucky charm. But she gotta be special just to receive the charm. Every time I make a mistake, I be like, God darn. I want 40 acres in a mute, and I want a farm. I wanna grow my own food, and I want livestock. Is it true you gotta stay down just to reach the top? If so, then you gotta switch up. I'm an alpha male, I'm trying to do better. I gotta work on myself just to do better. I know what a rat do for the cheddar. The other day I was sick, but today I'm better. I did not write this song just like a letter. If you know right from wrong, you know better. You don't need to be in the streets if you ain't gonna be careful. So making moves like that gonna make you a victim. I don't know how to do magic. Do you know how to do magic? The cars I like go fast and quick.
I like this chorus.
I could rock like this. I got water in my cup, this ain't no Sierra Mist. I'm not a kid, tricks are for kids. If you got talent, you can rock like this. If you gon' fist, pump ball up your fist. I don't want the fame, I just wanna be rich.
Yeah, I love the concept of the song, like mixing, you know, the rapping and that style with this beat. I think is really cool. And yeah, that's kind of a, from what I heard or haven't heard, at least I feel like that's stuff that I don't hear too often. Hear, you know, blended together like that much. Like, of course, you know, in a lot of like trap and rap beats, there's often that, you know, rock influence, where people use like guitars and stuff like that. But this is like full on, like, you know, rock pop. And I feel like it's cool that the rapping, you know, goes with that. So I really love the concept. I really love the beat. I love the rapping. I think, yeah, just like, I would say, like, get a little bit more creative with the vocals. what Shadow was saying, add some distorted presets, add some part with reverb. I think some ad libs and doubles and different layers of your vocals, I think would be really cool with this song, and I think from the stuff I heard from you in the past too. But I think that's kind of my only criticism with that. I love that chorus. I feel like it's gonna be stuck in my head later on. All right, I wanted to check out. I think I have time for one or two more here. So let me see. Okay, I wanted to check out this song, and I want to hear what you guys think of this song. I'm not going to say anything before. I did preview it a little bit before I hopped on this. This was the one that was submitted right before. And I feel like it's an interesting one to kind of review and dissect for the channel here. But I won't say anything. I haven't heard too much of it yet. But I'll play it and I'll pause it maybe a minute in. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna pause it there. I wanted to hear what you guys thought, and Jake, that's exactly what what I was gonna say. I'm like 99.9. I'm 100% sure that the song is an AI produced track, and it definitely sounds like Suno. This is like stuff that I've heard so many times online. But I wanted to hear if you guys caught that right away. Now, I have been obviously on this channel. I make and we make a lot of videos about AI and music, and kind of since the beginning of this year, I feel like when AI songs kind of first came out, and Suno came out and stuff like that, like I felt like for me as a producer, I was always so worried as if this was gonna take over, and are like real producers even gonna have a place? And I don't know about you guys. I feel like the more I hear like AI songs like this, I'm just like sick and tired of like AI. Like I feel like this is just like stuff that I've heard so many times before, and it's just like I feel like with AI tools like this, and stuff that's just programmed into Suno or other AI tools and then spat out, I feel like it just like, I don't know, it doesn't do it for me anymore. I like what Shadow was saying about using Suno to make samples and then flipping it into you, and the way I use like AI, and of course with La La La, it's like I like using it as a tool to give me ideas, give me techniques, and let me do things that I'm not always capable of doing. But like I feel like a song like this, where it's just like put into an AI tool and then spat out, it's just like I feel like it's like fast food. It's like McDonald's. And I feel like at this point it's like hearing stuff like this so many times, it's just like I feel like I've just like been sitting here like having like McDonald's like every day since like I first heard a Suno song. And I'm just like, I don't know, I just like originally I was worried, and I went back and forth with this thought so many times. It's like, if AI is going to take over music, and I feel like now it's like I've heard everything with AI, and I'm just like, I feel like there's going to be more of a more of a demand and more of a need and more of a want for real musicians, because people are gonna have like just so much like AI like shoved down their throats, right? And it's just like, what's gonna set all of these, AI songs apart is gonna be real human songs. And I feel like that's, gonna be more of a focus, right? And I kind of was talking about this in the interview with Jake Angel that I was talking about at the beginning here. It's just like, I feel like there's gonna be more of a need, more of like an emphasis, more of a desire for an artist to connect with a human, or a fan to connect with an artist on a human level, because that's going to be what separates things, right? And I know it's like, you can make funny songs like this, but I feel like, people still want that connection. People still want, meaning behind the songs. And I don't know. I wonder if like other people feel the same way. It's like with so many AI songs I've listened to, it's like I feel like I could never just kind of, listen to, like, it kind of ruins AI music for me, right? Because it's like I've heard the same thing so many times. I mean, it'll be interesting to see how it like progresses through like the next year, but I feel like this year it's like, I feel like it's just like a trend. It's like a buzzword, right? For people that make AI that does absolutely everything. And again, like, I only like AI tools that kind of like do a little bit of stuff, like La La La, or like, using Suno to flip samples and then, flipping it into my own self, right? Like, still being creative, still doing unique things, and ultimately still just having fun with making music. And maybe that's the thing that like people are gonna like pick up on the most. It's like, are you having fun when making these songs? And it's like, yeah, I feel like, this On the Hunt song was, probably fun to make, and there's, been some funny AI songs and some iconic ones, right? But I feel like to make a, sustainable life as a musician, a sustainable career, and build up fans, like, I feel like people are going to pick up on the energy that's put into it. And it's like, if AI tools are kind of like a get rich quick scheme, like, I think that people are gonna like start to like clue onto that. Like, I feel like if there's ever like an AI like band out there, and I know there is, like, spitting out songs like every week, I feel like those people aren't gonna like get real lifelong fans, right? Like, who's gonna go to a concert or buy merch from an AI musician? I don't know. It'll be interesting to see, but that's kind of my thoughts with AI. Like, I used to be kind of, worried about it, and now I'm just like, I'm just kind of annoyed by it, right? And I feel bad. Like, thanks for, submitting the track and the support, but yeah, I don't know. I just thought it'd be worth a conversation. This is the last one that I'm gonna check out here. Another one by Jake. Last song I'm gonna listen to from the evening here. And before I listen to this last one, give my thoughts and sign off, I just want to say thank you guys for joining the live stream. Most likely going to be doing 2 throughout November. Just stay posted on our channel for the dates, because I'll have those scheduled as soon as we have them. But yeah, just make sure that you're subscribed to the channel, and yeah, I'm sure we'll be doing these again through November. But yeah, let's check out this last one for the night here. Yeah, I like this. See, this stuff excites me more than the last track. And hearing Jake's music and becoming a fan of him, I'm now connected. I'm excited for this. Nice. Nice. Oh, okay. I like this part. Kind of reminds me of like 2010s like EDM stuff. I feel like I haven't heard that kind of progression used in a while. It kind of takes me back. I like that. Nice. Yeah, total like 2010s progressive house influence. I love that. Yeah, this is a solid track. Yeah, again, I love that progression. I feel like with this, like, yeah, I love the way it's produced. I love the concept. I feel like after hearing the one like earlier that we heard though with the bass, like the way that the bass was mixed, I feel like now I want to hear like this with like that much bass in it. But regardless, that was a that was a dope track. It took me back just to some older songs that I really loved. But yeah, no, I'm gonna have to call it here on this live stream, guys. But thank you guys so much for joining the live stream. Make sure you are tuned into the channel because we will be announcing the next live stream dates. I love that. Determined to Resurrect the 2010s. That's like timeless music, man. That's what I always come back to. And yeah, if you guys need more hours for Lullaby, check out the website. It'll be in the description. Also, just post that in the channel there. Yeah, huge Halloween sale going on right now. There's been updates to the processing system that we use. So that all that stuff is gonna be in the description. But yeah, thank you guys so much for being in this live stream. We got some cool stuff coming to the channel too. I'll let you guys be surprised shortly, but I think that we have a video coming out later this week that I'm pretty excited for, and some other cool stuff on the way. But thank you guys so much for joining in, and I'll see you guys